Summon and send. These are two words that describe Jesus' first actions in the gospel reading for today. And I think they're God's primary actions within our own lives. Will we let God summon us and then send us? First, let's look at the word summon. To summon someone today is to authoritatively call on someone, as in our criminal justice system. So if you receive a summons from a judge, you'd better appear in court or else. But summon, in the earliest Latin origins, means to give a hint. And Mark's gospel today tells us that Jesus summoned the 12. Perhaps their ministerial calling was in responding to the countless hints given by Jesus in his aim of building the kingdom. After all, isn't that the way that God works and we grow in our own vocations? We respond to the countless little hints presented over the course of our lives. A friend of mine recently asked his mother why she chose to marry his father 56 years ago. And she said she couldn't remember. I wonder if she couldn't remember because what led her to pick him was so subtle, or because of the countless unmemorable things they did together that made her feel safe and loved. There were no extraordinary fireworks in the sky, just ordinary feelings in the heart, God's hints to her heart. Do we trust the hints of God's summoning? Or do we force our way, our own designs of control, wishful thinking, or resentment, and then pave our own paths? In our daily lives, where God is summoning us, hinting at where we need to go, are we attentive to those little moments in which God is trying to show us the way? We also see God sending, which is the second action we hear that he performs today. He sends them out in pairs, and I often wonder why he did that. Perhaps because he didn't want them to be lonely. And I wonder how he picked the pairs. Maybe he paired them up according to talents in order to balance the team. Or maybe he paired a really good speaker with a really good beggar, an optimist with one who was a little bit pessimistic, an introvert with an extrovert, or a dreamer with a pragmatic doer. However he sent them, we don't know. But we do know that they all came back rejoicing and must have really loved the experience. They liked what they learned. They liked what they did. They couldn't believe what happened in the course of their mission. What marked their mission was preaching, yes, but what defined their mission was that they were totally dependent on nothing but the person next to them and the faith in which they were sent by God. In conclusion, I think it's important to remember that the church is not something we go to, but rather something we're sent from, and also the people we live among. It's good to remember that the exit signs in the church you see above the door are more than complying with safety standards. The word mass comes from the Latin ite, mise est, which means go, you are sent. Yes, summon and send. These are God's primary actions in our lives. Will we let God summon us today and send us on our way?